welcome, and please subscribe to this YouTube channel and give this video a huge thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that little bell icon every single time that I post a new video. So today, as you see the title of this video, it will be called Q&A, and so I asked everyone on Instagram and Facebook to give me some questions that you guys would like for me to answer. And so there's this one question: how does it feel like to be a mom? So it feels really good, but I'm scared. I'm scared that I'll mess up, but it's just a normal reaction, I guess, to being a new mom. And so I mean, it's a good feeling that inside that you have someone that's in your that you have, and that you get to take care of for the rest of your life. But it's a big responsibility, but it's a good responsibility. And then there's another question: was the delivery long? Not really. It was like 8 hours, I believe, and pushing, and it was 30 minutes. So not quite as long, but it's long if you're in pain. And then there's, what is the greatest part of being a mom? The greatest part would be that you know that you made a life, and that you basically get to grow up and see the journey, and you can grow and you can experience it with you, like that you can experience with them. How did I pick the name Grayson? So I picked the name Grayson because my favorite color is gray and he is a boy, but that's not the other reason. The other reason was when I was pregnant, when I thought I was pregnant before, me and my mom were going through names because I wanted like a unique name, but like I didn't want where everyone had. I wanted like a name that's like unique, but it's spelt different than other Graysons. And then what was your first reaction of being pregnant? I actually kind of knew, I kind of knew I was pregnant, but then like at the same time, like I was like shocked, and I'm like, I was happy, but like I was shocked, and I wasn't like, oh my god, like I'm pregnant, or like I wasn't like, what in the hell, like I wasn't crying or upset. I was just like, why, like why couldn't I just like be a little bit older and do this, you know? And how did I tell my mom and my dad? Okay, so my mom was at a different time and my dad was a separate time. And so my mom knew before me, and my mom like was having dreams and night, like, and was on like Facebook and YouTube and Pinterest and all that kind of other stuff, and she was like looking, she was like why is this all these baby stuff popping up, like it's weird. And I was like, I don't know, like I'm like, why are you asking me? But my dad, on the other hand, he was, so I told him, I was trying to tell him, like I told him like 4 or 5 months after I found out, because I didn't know how I should say it, so I asked my sister how I should say it before I told him. And oh my god, my dad, you know how dads are, basically. Like dads are like overprotective, like why can't you do this like a little bit later, like you need to be a little bit older to do this, you're still in school. And I'm like, well, now you can't really care about that, like you need to care about like this, your kid, you know, or grandkid. But anyways, like I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, but I told him, I was like, can I just talk to you in the car? And he's like, why? Like, why can't you just tell me here? And he's like, well, are you pregnant? And I'm like, oh shit, like, I'm like, why? Like, how would you know? So I told him, I was like, well, Dad, like, I know I'm pregnant, and I've been knowing for like a couple months now. I just don't know how to say it. and I was trying to tell my sister before I told you, and I just didn't know how to tell you. And the only part that he didn't like is because me telling him, like, he thinks that he's the last person to know about it. And I'm like, Dad, you're not the last person to know. Like, my, like, a lot of other people were the last people to know. Like, my brother was the last person to know. My friends were the last person to know. My uncle, my aunt were the last people to know. But yeah, I think that's the last person to know. But whatever. But yeah, he just got mad that he was the last person to know. So it's not that big of a deal, you know. But he wasn't. He was just really upset. But he didn't want nothing to do with him. He didn't want nothing to do with my kid. He didn't want nothing to do with his grandkid. Doesn't want nothing to do. So I was like, whatever. So now when he saw him, when I gave birth to him, when I gave birth to Grayson, he was like, now that's his buddy. Now that's his, like, he calls him Junior or G-Man or Junior, like, G-Money or something like that. Like, he calls him all this, he buys him diapers, he buys him clothes, he buys him everything. Like, he said that he didn't want to do that, so I'm like, whatever. So I'm just letting him do what he wants to do. How did I feel when your contractions started hitting? Oh my God. I woke up, my contractions started to go. Oh my God, they're the worst feeling ever. The worst. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, why do you feel like that? Like, why do they feel like that? Like, why? It was miserable. It was not like cramps. It was like, if you ever had like a broken bone and you feel that crack, it hurts so bad. But I never had a broken bone. But it feels like if I would ever have a broken bone, it feels like that. And it feels miserable. Oh my God. That's the only experience that I would never want to go through again. But if, like, when I'm pregnant, when when I will be pregnant again, like, I'm not gonna be pregnant right now, or at least not until I found the right guy who's pregnant to have a kid with. I'll wait, but I don't want to go through that again. I'll just go through it just because, like, I'm having the baby. Like, that's the only good thing about it. Did you crave anything specific? The weird things I crave was elotes, chocolate milk. I craved 1 dozen donuts, specifically 1 dozen donuts with the sprinkles and the strawberry, like, frosting type thing, the pink frosting. I craved that, and I craved like, seafood, but, like, I couldn't have seafood because when you're pregnant, you can't really have specific seafood. You can't have, like, raw food. You can't have nothing. You can't even have pepperoni or sausage or something like that. You can't have that until they're cooked all the way. But I craved, like, crawfish. I craved lobster. I craved lobster tails. I craved a bunch of things, and I'm like, oh, can I have this? But I couldn't. And so I craved chocolate milk, and I craved donuts. I craved peanut and jelly sandwiches. I craved chicken nuggets from McDonald's. I craved, like, spicy stuff. I craved but mostly sweet. Like, I craved a lot of sweet. I craved Hawaiian food, specifically Hawaiian food. Like, I craved it for so long. It was so bad. Like, I ate the whole entire thing. Like, I normally can't eat a lot, but I craved it. And then what else? What other questions do we have? Oh, if you could describe childbirth in one word, what would it be? Terrifying. Terrifying, I would say terrifying, because it was so hard and so hurtful and so painful that I would not want to go through it again. But I have a baby out of it, and that's the only good thing, that I would go through it. But it wasn't that bad. It was not that impossible to deal with. It was just hard because the pain would hit you so much that it was like you need your epidural. You need, like, something. You need something with it to help you. But oh my God, it hurts so bad, so bad. If Grayson had to be a girl, what would his be name? Okay, so I have 2 names. The first name, it would be after my mom, but it wouldn't be after, the first name wouldn't be after her. It'd be Tegan Grace or Tegan Mayer. And Tegan Mayer, like Mayer is a Welsh name for Mary, and that's my mom's middle name. So I want to name, if it was a girl, after her because I was named after my grandma. And so I wanted to be like kind of family passed along. But the other name would be Juniper. And since he was born in June, it would be like a cool name to have. Like, if it was a girl, I would have it named Juniper because I just think it's unique and different, and it's like cool, and I don't know, I just think it's really special. Was the what was how did you know that you were pregnant? I kind of knew that I was pregnant. I waited to take a test. I took a long time to take a test, like 6 weeks, and my mom knew before me, and I didn't really know, and it was just a lot difficult. Like, it was really difficult, and everyone wanted me to take a test and everything. But yeah, that's all the questions I have. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys subscribe and like this video and give this video a huge thumbs up. And don't forget to comment down below and tell me what kind of questions that you guys would like me to answer and what kind of videos you guys would like to see. And stay tuned for more videos. And bye guys, I love you.